Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting stuck into something big, a real headache for a lot of businesses. It's that gap, the one between what education delivers and what work actually needs. You've probably seen it. People have the paper, the certificates, but maybe not the on-the-job skills.
Absolutely. And our sources, they call it a chasm, really. It's there because fundamentally we've maybe misunderstood how people learn best and definitely how we measure performance. So our mission today is to look closely at a system, one designed specifically to bridge that gap. It's about moving away from, just theory and towards hard, measurable outcomes, getting away from those old training models.
Okay, and you mentioned a key concept right at the start, something about push versus pull.
Exactly. That's core to understanding this. For, decades, workplace learning has mostly been a push thing,
Push.
meaning
Okay.
it's supply-driven. You push out general content to big groups, think standard courses, fixed schedules. The focus tends to be on just attendance, ticking boxes, getting the hours in, collecting that certificate.
Right. And often it feels a bit disconnected from the day-to-day job. Yeah.
Very disconnected. And the knowledge, it fades quickly. So you get this knowledge decay, lots of wasted time and money.
Okay, so that's push. What's the alternative? The pull model.
Exactly. Pull learning flips it. It's demand-driven. It's practical. It's experiential. Workers pull the info or the support or the skill development they actually need right when they hit a real challenge at work.
So it's learning in the workflow, basically.
Pretty much, the whole focus shifts. It's less about just getting knowledge and more about demonstrating performance, real capability. And you have to prove it with evidence from actual work, guided by really clear expectations.
Okay, clear expectations, measurable performance.
Mhm.
That sounds like it needs a solid tool behind it.
It does. And that brings us to the core mechanism,
Uh,
the Workplace Performance Skills Matrix, or WPSM.
WPSM, got it. And this isn't just something whipped up recently.
No, it's based on over 30 years of research into workforce performance. It maps out 14 core performance skills across 6 different skill levels.
6 levels. Okay. And how does it avoid being vague? Like just saying someone is intermediate.
That's the clever bit. It uses a numerical index, 0 to 100, that gives you real transparency. It replaces those broad kind of static labels like saying someone has a certificate today. Instead, you get detailed quantitative data about specific abilities.
A number, 0 to 100, that seems quite precise. Maybe even a bit reductive for complex skills like critical thinking. How does it handle that?
Good question. It's not just the number in isolation, it's the structure around it, the granularity.
Yeah.
The system uses 2 key identifiers. Think of them as codes. First, you have JOB codes. They represent the job's expectations, the target performance needed, like a GPS destination.
Okay, GOP code is the destination.
And then skill codes. That's the individual's measured profile, where they are right now, their current location pin.
Right, so you compare the two, destination versus current location.
Exactly. And that comparison generates what's called a matchup report. It's basically a gap analysis engine, really precise. It shows you against that 0-100 index exactly where someone, say, requires learning or maybe just needs support on the job, or even where they exceed capability.
So it pinpoints the specific areas for development or areas where someone's really strong.
Precisely. And it's grounded in specifics. If we take an example, like a floor technology specialist, we're not just checking if they passed a test. We're looking at, say, level 3 technology skills, observable stuff, like can they apply specialized knowledge to install complex things, maybe parquetry, or can they interpret what a customer needs for flooring based on, specific communication goals. It's that detailed.
Okay, yeah, that makes the abstract framework much more concrete. But how does this individual skill stuff connect to the bigger picture, the whole organization? The sources mentioned something called the ISLQ2 framework.
Yes, ISLQ2. That stands for Integration, Safety, Leadership, Quality, and Qualifications. It's really designed to break down those silos you get in companies, where departments don't talk or connect.
Silo thinking, yeah, that's a killer.
It is. So ISLQ2 links these different areas. It ensures that, for example, your measured performance on a quality task directly impacts the measured effectiveness of leadership. Or safety performance feeds into qualification needs. It forces integration.
So safety and quality aren't just separate training modules anymore. They become part of the overall performance picture. Quantified.
That's the idea. They become integrated metrics measured alongside skills. And this feeds into real-time dashboards for leaders, giving them actual clarity on productivity, capability, even workforce risk, not just guesswork.
So the promise is taking people from skills to confidence, and then from that confidence to, like, lasting performance.
That's the journey, yes. It essentially replaces those static old competency standards, the paper checklists, with dynamic task standards, tied directly to what you can actually see and measure someone doing in the workplace.
It makes sense. I mean, everyone wants to do a good job, right?
Fundamentally, yes. We just need a fair, practical way to measure that and support it properly.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is,
Yeah, maybe consider this. What if you shifted focus away from just looking at course completion certificates and towards defining clear, measurable performance statements for the roles around you? Could that unlock more potential and maybe, just maybe, finally let you measure the real return on your training investment?
definitely something interesting to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.